Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Also, Happy New Year, baby. 2023. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be honest, this year I have not really sat down and mapped out my goals for the year. I have an idea of what I want this year to look like, but each time I try and sit down and write out goals, I just can't. I just am blocked a bit. So 10 minutes ago, I sat down and I made a little list, okay? And we're gonna go through it because I did this last year and it really helped hold me accountable. Putting it on the internet, I had really big goals last year, and I feel like last year was a huge growing year for me. Personally, professionally, just I challenged myself and I really stepped out of my comfort zone. And I would love to do that again this year, but this year is more filled with a lot of big life events, we're getting married, we wanna buy a house this year, we have huge plans for our brand. So yeah, I'm just gonna run through these and hopefully it inspires you, it motivates you. Hopefully you write your own goals. Honestly, I know I'm going against the typical goals rule. A lot of these are not very specific calculated goals. They're more of overarching goals for the year, which I know is not technically the proper way to do goals, but you know what? That's just what we're doing this year, okay? That's what 2023, this is what it's looking like for me. So I wanna start with fitness goals because fitness is a huge part of my life. It will always be a huge part of my life. I love it. And I think it's always good to have fitness goals. Even if your goal is live a healthy lifestyle, that's wonderful. I just think it's always good to have goals in mind for fitness. So I have two specific ones and one overarching goal. The first one, I would love to run a sub 6-minute mile. I know it's a lot, okay? So, which means to reach that goal, I need to start running mile intervals or a mile at the beginning or end of my workout, but just a mile, okay? Because that's the goal, is run a sub 6-minute mile. I'm a bit nervous for that one. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I had do a back handspring on my fitness goals last year. No. That did not happen, okay? My second one for fitness is to do the splits. Now, unlike the back handspring, I'm actually going to practice this one, okay? Because it's not dangerous, okay? This is also gonna motivate me to stretch more. That's how you learn to do the splits, is to stretch. But I'm gonna look up some videos and specifically do the stretches that will help with the splits. So I'm gonna get there. And then the third overarching fitness goal is to build healthy habits. And speaking of, we actually have the Healthy Habits Challenge going on for healthies right now. It's just run through the Instagram, not through the app. We're working on an update that allows challenges to be in the app, but we're still working on it. So it's not live yet. So it's just through the Healthies app Instagram. And each week we're adding on a healthy habit. So the first week you start with 3 habits. The next week you start with 4, 5, and 6 for 4 weeks. And then hopefully you carry on these habits and you've actually built the habits. So the first 3 habits are: drink water as soon as you wake up in the morning. Most people always start their day with caffeine, coffee, pre-workout. I am most people. I am one of those people, okay? There are so many good benefits to starting your day with a glass of water. Flushes out your system, gets everything going, gets your digestion going. I think this is kind of a 2-for-1 habit because when I get a glass of water first thing in the morning, I always am I need to take my supplements. I have been taking the supplements from JS Health. They have so many different types of supplements if you guys want to check them out. But right now I'm taking hair and energy, fish oil, skin and digestion, and then I also do a detox and debloat because right now I am eating a lot of dairy. I know I shouldn't, but I am because specifically Greek yogurt. I'm in a cut right now for the wedding, and Greek yogurt is just a very good source of just basically straight protein. And so when I'm low on protein, I do have Greek yogurt. My stomach, she's not loving it. So I take the detox and debloat. I really do feel like it makes a big difference. Usually within 1 or 2 hours. All of these supplements are formulated by a registered dietitian. So I think that's very important when you're doing any type of supplements, is that there's research backed behind the supplements. But actually it's so important that you pick a company you trust for supplements, because that company is doing like the proper research and the vitamins are going to be actually like bioavailable for your body to use them. And then I take the skin and digestion, and then the hair and nails. Dude, my hair, honestly my nails too, and I've been doing like fake nails almost every week, but I feel like they're growing a lot and they're actually like not as crusty dusty when I take off the fake nails. So I feel like the hair and nails is definitely helping, and then a digestion one is just always good. And then fish oil is just great. If you don't eat a lot of salmon or avocado or a lot of healthy fats, you should 100% be taking a fish oil. It's a great source of omega-3 fatty acids, so all of you should be taking a fish oil. You hear me? You all should be taking a fish oil. Okay, a lot of fish oils make you burp up fish taste. This one does not do that. That's a huge plus for me. Yeah, so highly recommend these supplements. I really do love them, and I've been taking them for about a month now. If you want to try any supplements from JS Health, you can use my code ROSS15 and it'll get you 15% off. So if you've been looking into getting some supplements, adding some supplements into your daily routine, highly recommend. Second one is get 8 hours of sleep, which I know is really difficult for most people. Honestly, I only get like 5 to 6 hours of sleep a night. So this one's gonna be very hard for me, but that's the whole point of it, is just to like try your best and try and build these new habits that you're not used to. And then the third one is 45 minutes of movement every day. So whether that's going on a walk, Pilates, HIIT workout, lift, run, cycling, like whatever you want to do. It could be stretching, it could be yoga. Just move your body. This is just to motivate you to not be stagnant, because I know a lot of us have desk jobs. When I'm like working on my computer, let me tell you, I do not move all day long. I do not move, and I feel horrible at the end of the day. Like my back hurts, I feel lethargic, and it's just way different. I can tell a huge difference from the days that I move, from the days that I am so stagnant all day long. So 45 minutes of movement, whatever you want. And then each week, if you follow the Healthies app Instagram, you can see what all of the other habits are, but that's just for the first week. We started it today, so if you want to jump in on the challenge, you absolutely should, and it doesn't cost anything. You don't have to have the Healthies app. You can just follow the Healthies app Instagram and join in. Now on to my personal goals. So this is actually where I have the most goals in my life, so that's very exciting. So obviously the biggest goal this year is we're getting married. I guess the goal surrounding that is I really want our marriage to be God-centered and God-focused. Ultimately, that's what's gonna help us be the best partner to one another. Take steps to not only like grow closer as a couple, but like closer as a couple with God. So that's really important to me. Another faith-based one is I definitely want to do like 5 minutes of quiet time every single day, because I've really been lacking on that. Last year, I like really fell out of whack. Honestly, like the second 6 months of the year, I just was not in the groove, and I did not put that like as a priority in my life. So I really want to like bring that back into my routine. Okay, this one's very specific, but I feel like it's very important, is I want to call my grandparents 2 times a month. So like each set I want to call 2 times a month, and I'll just pick out 2 days of the month, call both of them back to back, and just like chat with them. I feel like I don't talk to my grandparents very much, and like we're all getting older, and it's just like every time I talk to them, I'm like, I need to call you more. Written down, be more intentional with my time with people. So that kind of looks like not being distracted. Like when I'm sitting down with someone, being like a really good listener, and then having very like intentional one-on-one quality time with people, and going out of my way to just like text people like, hey, how are you doing? Let's get coffee, sending a random voice memo. I think it's really like, it means a lot to me when people do that for me. And like, I want to be that person that like always reaches out to people. People know that they can count on me. So that's another like big goal of mine this year. And then the last one, I'm so excited about, but I want to travel, and I want to travel a lot. Like I want to travel a lot. For our honeymoon, we're planning on at least like 2 weeks. Hopefully that's the plan, but we haven't scheduled it or like done anything for sure yet, but that's kind of the plan. And I just want to like, I want to be a freaking nomad. Okay, that's what I want to do. I just want to like hop around, be a digital nomad just for a little bit, you know? I'm a homebody, so I think this is going to be out of my comfort zone, but it's also something I really want to do. I'm excited, and that's like a big goal of mine. Now on to professional. Professional is just like your career goals. Number one, my number freaking one goal for this year is to grow on TikTok. I don't know what it is about TikTok, but I'm like so intimidated by TikTok. Even though I can get on YouTube and talk about like pretty much anything all day long, something about TikTok is like a land of the unknown. I can't I can't bring myself to do it. I can't bring myself to do it, but I need to because that's just the way like social media is going, and I gotta stay with the times, unfortunately. And so I have to start something new. It's gonna be out of my comfort zone, but I think like once I get the hang of it, I'll actually probably like TikTok a lot because I get on my Instagram stories, I get on YouTube and just like ramble, okay, all the time. And I'm like, that's pretty much what TikTok is. That's the type of TikToks I watch. So I'm like, maybe I'll be good at it. Who knows? I want to get to 300K on YouTube. That means putting in a lot of man hours and just being more creative with my content. I went through a rut at the end of last year and it was very discouraging. Honestly, I was like honestly debating whether I wanted to do social media at all, like low-key. Every time I have like doubts in my head, I just like, I know that I'm where I'm meant to be and I know that I'm meant to do this, which sounds like it's so cheesy, but I really do think that it's true. And I took a break from like basically Christmas to now, which was like a solid amount of time, and it was just much needed. I was much needed to like clear my head, kind of refocus on like why I'm doing this. It's not just like a business for me, like it is my passion, and I love connecting and helping people, and like I just needed like that reminder. And sometimes you need to like sit in quiet, and when you put so much pressure on it, that's sometimes the worst thing you can do. And so I needed to take a step back and be like, okay, like big picture, like what do you want out of this? Another like tangible thing is I want to grow the Healthies Instagram to 35,000. So that's a huge goal, and I don't know if I can do that, but it's on the list, so I'm telling you guys. And then lastly is I want to branch out in my content. This also kind of goes with the TikTok thing. Like I just want to be like not scared to like put out different types of content, because I actually have like so many passions that it overwhelms me at times, but I don't really share them on the internet. And I just want to be like not afraid to do that, because sometimes I feel like I pigeonhole myself and I'm like fitness, but like I love interior design, I love DIY, I actually love painting and art, I love graphic design, I love doing healthies and behind the scenes, I love helping Bronson run powders and learning more about the business side. And I feel like sometimes I like just share fitness, which I love fitness, don't get me wrong. I'm a fitness girly. I'll be a fitness girly for life. I just want to be like not scared to share other things. Does that make sense? And my last category of goals is financial goals. Honestly, last year was the first year that I kind of like got my ish together with like my finances, because they've kind of just been like all over the place. And thank God for Bronson. That man is a saint, because he basically helps me with my finances, and he's like very smart with all of that. And he just has done like a lot of reading, a lot of research. He knows a lot. A tangible is to save a set amount every single month for savings, because before I was just like not doing that. I was just kind of like playing it by ear, you know, seeing what happens. Not the best strategy. Not the best strategy. I don't think I recommend, okay? So we want to get more organized, and we're going to be financially smart this year. Yeah, baby. 2 really big things. Don't know if this will happen, but again, they're just on my dream list. Is I want Bronson and I to buy a house together, and then I want us to buy a rental property and like start accumulating rental properties, because that's always been a goal of ours, is to do rental properties and have passive income. It's just like a really smart thing to do. So that's the goal. One of those might already be in the works. But yeah, those are my 2023 goals. I'm very excited. I have like a really good feeling about this year. I just went into this year, I was confused on why I didn't have like any goals just like popping out at me, and I was like, normally I do. And I think it's because last year was like just such an awesome year for me, and I know that's like not the case for everybody. So if you had a hard year last year, like this is a new year and you are able to build whatever life you want. You just have to like believe in yourself and fully trust that like God has a plan for your life, because he does. I promise you, he really does. I'm just so thankful and grateful for the past year, and like all the joy and like happiness and challenges and lessons that it brought. And I just think like 2023 is gonna be even sweeter. I just have this like, I don't know, I have this like really good feeling about 2023. I'm just hoping the best for all of you guys, and I think it's gonna be big. I think it's gonna be big. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, because it really supports my channel and it'll help me reach my goal of 300,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Fingers crossed, baby. But I love y'all, and I'll see you next time.